Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is back at it again. So this time she comes online with her cap and gown on, and people are calling her out because she still hasn't proved that she's a doctor, right? I just call her Dr. Cheyenne Bryant because I'm used to saying it. But I've done countless videos on her. The internet is going in on her again. I just think that she likes the exposure, right? She likes the exposure. You know, she no matter what, as long as you can show a little boob, look like something, you could be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker online. You're gonna have a following. So she comes out now, and let's revisit though what happened and what got her in real trouble.
The conversation about your doctorate because people can't find your dissertation online.
Mm-hmm.
How are you responding to that in this new era of your life?
I'm going to clear it up once on here. I'm not doing it again. And I'm clearing it up for my doc squad, for my fan base, for my audience who deserve to hear me address it. For the folks who have already made up their mind to not like me or not understand me, listen, I don't give a what your narrative is. I would like for you to recreate it, double down on it, and run that shit, because I don't give a about it. Now, to my doc squad, my fan base, my folks, you know, my village, it's very simple. I went to a school, Argosy University, completed an entire program. I went back online to get my official transcripts because I was applying to a law school many years ago to be a professor there. And I had to provide my transcripts, right, to get hired. And I went to contact the school and say, hey, I need my official transcripts. I need my entire thing. And there was no school. I was like, okay, I'm confused. I Google. It says this school has been shut down. I said, oh, well, they got to have records. I mean, they were accredited when I attended the school. They were accredited when I finished the program. I go and look, there is a third party that has the records. Why I contact the third party, that third party only holds records for 2 years. I was past my 2 years. So that means that I had no access to records. And then I contacted, financial aid. You can't make up financial aid. It shows that I paid for a doctoral program alongside my master's program and my undergrad program. And they said, we can fully refund you your money under one circumstance. We give you your money back. You don't get credit for not a class, a course, a program you took in this university, at this institute. So do you want us to refund you? Or do you want us not? I said no.
Now, this is the thing. She hasn't proved anything. She hasn't proved that she was a doctor at all. So now she's doing this Netflix series where she's putting on this cap and gown, which the colors don't even match the college that she said that she graduated through. But she's putting this stuff on. People did do the research. They found it on Amazon. Like, this woman now has become a whole character. And I keep telling y'all online, you got these fake gurus, man. She come on here, she's telling you how you should do your relationship, what it takes to be married. They doing all this stuff. It's just weirdo stuff. But this is what they do. And they can get away with it because you create what they do is they people weakness in the game and they exploit it. This is what they do. Right? So they talk to your sensitivities and you just go along with it. They don't have to live the life that they're holding you accountable to. They don't have to have no experience in that, but they can come and be your guru, right? So she shows these images and these pictures of her, this cap and gown, right? And she just get away with it. But y'all remember when she had issues with Torrey in the past. So Torrey, when this come out, he wasted no time getting back at her.
Miss Cheyenne Bryant hath returned with a new video where she's trying to gaslight us into thinking, yes, she does have advanced degrees. The text below said, when Netflix does a documentary on Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, episode 1 will ask, is she really a doctor? Episodes 2 through 10 will investigate why complete, jealous, envious haters tried to prove she wasn't.
Is this my camera? Oh, this is my camera? Oh, this is my camera? Oh.
The audacity to imagine a future where a Netflix documentary exonerates you and proves you are a real doctor, even though you're not.
Now, my question is, you graduated, so where's your pictures? Where's your family? You know, where's your graduation day? How come you never presented that? Like, you went on all these shows, right? was telling everybody about their relationships and how they should do things. You got the legs crossed, the boobs showing, the skin glowing. You got you talking about marriages, you're lying, talking about some you've been engaged 6 times. Paul Pierce pulled your card, right? Because Paul Pierce said, man, you from Inglewood, man. Right? No, he said, you from Long Beach. Man, I ain't going for that. I know you Long Beach chicks, man. I know you ain't pulling that small time stuff down over on me. I know how you get down. So you mean to tell me you was giving this guy the leg, right? But y'all wasn't getting married, but you telling people how to get married, and you was in this on and off relationship with this guy for 6 years, right? So you was already exposed as a liar. So Torrey, you know, because y'all had y'all dust up on his show, man, he getting at you. He not sparing nothing. He coming at you full throttle, right? And you deserve everything you get because, again, when called out, you should have just went into the drawer, pulled out your stuff, or went up to the wall and said, hey, this is it. This is my graduation day. You ain't do none of that because you got exposed.
The delusions of grandeur. 10 episodes that turn a harsh lens on your many, many complete, jealous, envious, no good, very bad haters. Yes, that should have been completely not complete. Girl can't exonerate herself, but her future Netflix doc will. But Miss Cheyenne Bryant has returned from Siberia with a symbolic foot all up in her mouth. Wait till we fully unpack that video. The depths of the attempted duplicity are legendary. She posted that video asserting that she's right. That's the vibe. Look, she's a graduate after all. We see her in cap and gown. Long after people started asking her to prove that she has an advanced degree, here she is in something one wears at a graduation, which means she must have graduated, right? So the laugh is on all of us who didn't believe her. Clearly, she's telling the truth, right? Instead of stepping up with any of the actual things that would end the conversation by proving she is a doctor, like an advanced degree, a dissertation, instead of any of that, she's flexing in a cap and gown like that's saying something. You didn't and still refuse to do the simple things that would prove that you're not. It's weird. This cap and gown don't prove nothing. The internet figured it out quickly. Many people pointed out that cap and gown very well could have been purchased on Amazon.
See, because she's lying, she has way too many people on her bumper, man. And they coming for her, right? So the thing is, the best thing she can do is just come out and just tell the truth, man. Because she got people coming after her from everywhere. And she just doubled down. She said, I don't care. Run that blit, right? Run that. And my whole thing is, a person like me been married for so long, been in the trenches, right? Got a son about to go to college, raised children, grandchildren, straight family man. I'll talk the same thing that Cheyenne Bryant was talking. None of y'all cared. And I learned that none of y'all cared because the stuff that I was talking about required work. Y'all knew that she was lying, but I'll follow her because she's not requiring us to do anything, right? We just watch her for entertainment. Some guys, y'all just watch her in hopes that you can maybe see a boob, a nipple or something pop out. That's all. That's all. Y'all didn't take her serious. Nobody took her serious. See, because people that's really living the work, living that life that can actually show what they're doing, it requires work. It requires sacrifice, commitment. She's not requiring none of that from you. It was just pure entertainment. So now she's exposed, but Teray wasn't done.
Took me 12 seconds to find it on Amazon, $83. $83! You're not about to keep playing in my face.
I'm gonna just chalk it up to now she has her costume for Halloween. She's gonna go as a doctor.
They're not wrong, but I don't think that's where she got that cap and gown from. I don't think she just bought that for this video. I did think when I saw it, is that what they wore when people graduated from Argosy University? No, it is not.
A PhD from Argosy University, your regalia will feature a traditional black doctoral gown with dark blue, PhD blue, velvet accents. The doctoral hood uses black as the base, trimmed with the same dark blue velvet and lined with the Argosy University school colors.
This is what they wore. But let's not get bogged down in details. Because I don't think Miss Cheyenne's freelance cap and gown from Nowhere University is something she bought from Amazon to continue cosplaying as a person with advanced degrees. No, I now believe the truth is actually worse. I believe that cap and gown are actually from a graduation ceremony for an honorary degree.
So the robe wasn't random. It's the robe from the honorary doctorate she received from the United Graduate College and Seminary in partnership with the Black Agenda. It appears to be the regalia from the honorary doctorate ceremony.
Miss Cheyenne Bryant wore a cap and gown from an honorary degree ceremony on the socials to try to prove that she had been telling the truth about having a real degree. This is the first big thing she said since this all blew up.
At this point, the best thing she can do is just come out and say, hey, I lied, man. But, you know, I built the audience, and just run with your audience. She's not going to do that because she's stuck in her ego, right? But the stuff that she was talking about, I was talking about on my George Making 1, George Making 2 channel. Nobody cared about that. Oh, man, we got to build black families. We got to get back together. We got to do this. We got to hold ourselves accountable. We got to, man, nobody cared nothing about that because it required relationships. It required sacrifice. It required commitment, right? It required going to therapy and dealing with your issues. So that way you can stop acquiring the same issues over and over again. It required work. Nobody wants to do the work. The work is hard. The work means I got to go into things I want to forget about. And I got to deal with those things in order to bring something different into my life. I've been talking about that. So she's giving you advice on marriage and ain't never had a husband. She never even had any children. She hasn't lived the day-to-day with the sacrifice with a person. She told you that she was had a fiance that she dealt with off and on for 6 years that was younger than her. And when Paul Pierce exposed this, but she was still able to get a follower and make a lot of money. Because she's not the problem. You are out there. She's holding the mirror up to the community. They peep weakness in the game and they exploit and expose it. Oh, they weak here. I'm gonna slither my way in here and I'm gonna make a lot of money because I'm gonna speak to their weaknesses and I'm gonna take advantage of them, right? Because she knows that you know what your problem is, but you're not willing to do the work to clean it up. So I'm going to come in there and just make a bunch of money. Cause a gender war, have a bunch of women liking me, a bunch of men not liking me, have some men liking me, come on the show, right? Seduce them, reduce them, right? With my looks, right? Charm and disarm them. Shout out to Simple, right? I'm gonna do all that kind of stuff, right? Where they not even listening to nothing I'm saying. They just looking at me. And my so-called beauty is going to sell. She playing the game, man. She got these men, your brain shut down and rocking these women to sleep. Because she peeped the weakness in the game. So now real women doctors start coming after her and holding her accountable. I even saw women coming after these real women doctors because they don't want to do the work. They don't want to change. When these real women doctors came out here with their clothes all on, ain't showing boob and a bunch of leg, going to work, going to school every day, right? To get the proper paperwork, to be authentic and real, man, they got ridiculed by even some black women, man. These women that did it the right way. And it shows me that in our community, when I talk about marriage, accountability, love, sacrifice, commitment, protection, direction, correction, all that kind of stuff, people say it with their mouth, but the actual work that it entails, man, they ain't willing to do that. That's why everybody that look like me ain't my people. I deal with my kind. Right? Until you ain't willing to change, you got to stay over there. I don't know whether it's the man or the woman. You got to stay away from me. Because if you ain't willing to change, you're going to be dangerous around me. And you're going to allow charlatans like this to come in and infiltrate and just tell you anything. Right? But y'all just let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.